Greetings, NBA Jam fans. Maybe some Tecmo fans out there, maybe some NHL 94 fans. I'm Trojan 1979. I'm with the Angry J 93. Don't forget to unmute yourself. Welcome to the stream. How you doing?
Doing good and excited to bring something a little bit different for everybody today.
This has been a tremendously fun experience, but also a little long in the tooth, and I'm glad we're putting a ribbon on it today. We're going to have 5 games, Hustler series between Green Magic and Birdhas. Birdhas coming out of nowhere, really not known in the NBA Jam community, and found a way to surpass DPS in the second to last round. Green Magic and Birdhouse are going to do it here with the Nets and the Hornets, and we're going to get some audio back here and give these guys a green light in a moment. But before we do that, I want to show you just kind of what's left over here for the teams. It's all about not the wins, but the total point differential at the end of everything. So let's get over here. Hey, you see your face again. Boom. Oh, let's get rid of that. And let's take a look at the finals here. All right, here's the finals tab. We'll try to keep you up to date on that. So it looks like Green Magic has Golden State, Houston, San Antonio Spurs, and Washington. Looks like Charlotte, Orlando, Portland, and Sacramento for Birdhas out of UW Lacrosse. Both these guys are known for the Tecmo community connection, but Green Magic is really a powerhouse in all things jam. With those teams that are available, what do you, what are your thoughts so far on what's available for both these players?
I think for Green Magic, you see a lot of big, powerful teams. Let's say Antonio, Houston, Golden State, Charlotte. Magic's going to love to just flex his muscle, shove people, and rain some threes if he can. Birdhouse, he's had a more just balanced approach from the games I've played with them. I think he's got some pretty strong teams in Charlotte and Orlando and even the Nets. It's going to be interesting to see how he integrates Sacramento and Portland in there. I think they're the two weakest teams out of all the teams left for both players. So he's going to have to do his best work to just play his consistent game and keep Green Magic honest here.
A single instance of being on fire consistently could be a major problem, and the teams that are available are certainly capable of pulling that off, as are the players. So don't despair, don't bounce. If someone gets beat down early, again, it's all about the 5-game total. We're going to have a lot of NBA Jam for you here. Whoops, wrong. Hey, there's the right screen. And let's get Angry J back there. Boom. Hey, I'm getting better at this. Let's go ahead and get some chip tunes here. Oh, yeah, there's the beautiful NBA Jam menu music. I'll give these guys a green light. So the message has been given. The word has been given, as they say, and I'll do my best to give you more real estate, Angry J, for what you're seeing.
Bird is the word here, it seems. We're ready to go.
All right. It's showtime. Tonight's matchup. So it's hard to talk over the great Tim Kitzer, who I did get to meet in Cleveland a couple years ago, which is awesome. But here we go. And this is tournament mode, so there is no significant rubber banding in this. I guess there's some small amount. But by the way, King Ref saying you look about 10 years younger.
Yeah, I just shaved a couple days ago, so I look like a very different human being, I'm sure. It's a part of just keeping everybody on their toes.
And I wonder if they may be having... Oh, well, here we go. It was a little bit of... I wonder if they maybe had a little bit of a technical difficulty. We'll find out here. That can happen in these things. Looks like they said they have a desync.
Yeah, that would appear evident here. I mean, New Jersey's just kind of floating around out there.
Okay,
while
that happens in the world of emulators. This can happen. So we get all this hype, and then, well, here we are. So at least they called it out. So maybe it's not.
Okay.
Okay. Well, here we go. All right, so here comes Birdhouse, goes for the dunk. He's got it. And we're all tied up here at 4. After the confusion, all is well in the land of jam.
Yeah, things looking much smoother here. Both players clearly in control of their players here.
Seems to be maybe just buying some time. I think he's allowing his front defender to do some pushing. And now Coleman for 3 and a goaltending. Larry Johnson now to Morning, back to Johnson. Johnson going in for the dunk, and now he's heating up. Birdhouse has to be extremely careful here.
He does. He should probably go for a dunk if he can help it, because Green Magic's going to just goaltend any shot.
And he goes and does exactly that. The strategy off the screen is something that it's all about the physicality, the best players on the screen right now, and a really good job. Unfortunately for Birdhouse, he loses it there. And the shot, the jump pass. Johnson is pushed over. Here comes Anderson to Coleman. Time ticking away. And it is blocked at the net. And we go into the second period. New Jersey up 1, 9-8.
Yeah, you're going to see a lot of defense with both these teams. The Hornets, they can just protect the rim, as we just saw in that last instance right there. And we're going to see Edwards come in for New Jersey probably. And he's got 9 power despite being a shorter player. So don't be surprised by his small stature out there.
A lot of injuries sustained by the Nets. Of course, this version, it does reset in between if you do sub them out. Genesis version, you are stuck with your injury for life as far as that game is concerned. And looks like Green Magic with the inbound has Larry Johnson going for a big dunk, and no, passes it off to Muggsy Bogues. And Bogues finds a way to get it in. Coleman to Edwards. Edwards for 3. Gets his own. Gets the elbow clear. And 3 from Coleman. So he takes the lead 12-10.
Yeah, a lot of outside shooting here for the Nets on the floor with Coleman. He's one of the top-rated players in the game.
And now the other way. And now Coleman is heating up. Magic needs to get down, find a way, and try to go for the dunk possibly. Oh, it's stolen. Coleman with an opportunity here. Going for the dunk. And it is blocked by Johnson. Huge defensive play there by Green Magic. And now the ball is almost turnover. Yes, it is turnover. Johnson unable to finish the deed. Coleman's out of turbo. But he does get the jam, and he's on fire. Up by 6 now is Birdhouse.
Coleman won't be running out of turbo here. He's on fire. He can use all the turbo he wants. The strategy here is going to be Green Magic's going to try and get elbows down low and get a quick dunk right there like that.
And he does. And so the damage is minimal. And we're under a minute now remaining. Coleman biding his time, slowing the game down, and lets the three-pointer go from downtown. 19-12 your score here. And Birdhouse looking good early.
Yeah, real good. He's been very patient and nailing all his shots.
Wasting time, I like it, but the pass is intercepted, but Coleman gets it back, lets it go, and he gets the 3, now up by 10, 22-12. Larry Johnson with the elbows underneath, misses the dunk. Johnson is blocked again by Coleman, and we go into halftime. Green Magic trailing by 10 to Birdhouse.
If Green Magic had any illusions of just running away with this early, he's in for a rude awakening here. He's been having a real tough time attacking the rim and establishing the outside shot, as Charlotte's not a very good outside shooting team. They have Bogues, and that's essentially it.
The physicality of the Hornets, I would expect that Green Magic to maybe come out or head on the shove game, but it really looks like the Nets were able to dominate there in the first half.
I agree. The off-screen plays from Birdhas has really, I think, thrown off the shoving game from Green Magic, and he has made defense uncomfortable for him.
And Edwards' 3 is taken off the rim by Morning, who is shoved over, and Edwards the other way, going for 3 again, and takes a shove for his effort, misses the 3. And this time to Anderson. He's going to drive it home, and now up by 12. Green Magic has not scored for a while, and finally Morning gets him back to 10.
Yeah, this is a big quarter for Green Magic. This is the short man lineup for the New Jersey Nets. This is where I think Morning should really try and take advantage of his size and power to do dunks like that and try and get some fire working here for Green Magic.
Yeah, he's not playing cute anymore. He's just getting in there and getting points. Anderson responds the other way, so it resets the fire timer there. Morning. Good night. 26-18 your score now in favor of the Nets. Edwards bringing it back. Gets the elbow. The give and go. Edwards. Bad pass. He's going to have to let it fly. And a clock violation.
Bit of a headsy play there by Green Magic to take the violation, as he was in the corner and could have been easily pushed, as the clock would have been reset on the transfer of ball possession.
And a three-pointer from Edwards. Oh, the ball is loose now in a corner, and a lot of traffic there. Here comes a three from Anderson, and back-to-back three-pointers, 32-18. The lead continues. And Morning puts an end to that on-fire streak. Edwards the other way, looking for a three. Got to be careful here. The shot is turned over. Morning going for a dunk, and now he's back-to-back. Birdhouse now in danger, up by 10, but that can evaporate in a second. And there's the buzzer three, and down by 10 is Green Magic going to the fourth, and I think he survived that pretty well.
He survived, but he needed to thrive in that period, as, you know, again, he had the matchup advantage there. Now we're going to see Derek Coleman come back onto the court. He's going to be able to run with anybody that the Hornets put out there, and it was a smart play there by Birdhas at the end of the quarter to wait till the very last moment to attempt his dunk, as he did not want to get blocked, and then give Green Magic a chance to hit a deep three to go on fire going into this fourth period here, excuse me.
First game out of 5 in the Hustler Tournament, Trojan, with the Angry J. This is the fourth quarter. And now Johnson is on fire, and this is what he was concerned about now, playing the dunk game. And these shots can be blocked. And just like that, unlimited turbo here for Green Magic, and this is where he could get loose. Oh my gosh, a missed on-fire shot. That's just not normal.
Not at all. That's the time for a guy to hit threes, and just unlucky there for Green Magic.
And the missed shot on the dunk is blocked, and the shot is now brought back. Johnson has it. He's going to let it go. And I don't think you can be able to milk away an 8-point lead in this situation with the shot clock.
No, it's still too much time left. You got to really try and find a way to attack the rim, and right now Green Magic is protecting it with great authority.
And now we're talking about only a 3-point deficit. Coleman needs a 3 or 2 or something. He just needs to get on the board here. And this is the time to do it, and he ends it. So now he's back up by 5. And huge possession there by Birdhouse.
It's huge possession not to just eliminate the fire, but now the Hornets' 3-point ability is greatly reduced here, so this leads a little bit more protected now.
Birdhouse taking his time. Lets it go. And the 3 is not there. But he might have the last possession here. And the dunk now, so only down by 1. Might be able to take the last shot here if he's patient. I think Green Magic's going to have to chase him.
Yeah, agreed. Even if the clock runs out, he's going to have maybe 3 or 4 seconds to get up the court.
Oh, no. At the buzzer. And then he takes a lead. And Green Magic at the buzzer takes the lead and the win. 35-34. What a game.
Yeah, incredible finish. Just protecting the cup with Charlotte again was Green Magic. I mean, that's one of Charlotte's biggest skills, is to protect that cup. And then just the last second dunk. And he had to get down close to the rim to have a quicker dunk animation. If he had dunked from the foul line, he likely would have ran out of time. So a heads up play there by Green Magic to do that.
Wow, what a game. Green Magic showing everyone why he's a powerhouse and surviving, despite Birdhouse having a dominant first half and even into the third quarter. So, we'll wait to hear what the next matchup is. So as soon as we know what the matchups are, we'll go ahead and get that updated.
Yeah,
I have that on my phone. I just got to keep an eye on that.
New Jersey with a 2-point fourth quarter to Charlotte's 13. So the most extreme quarter for each team was what allowed Charlotte to get back in and take that victory away. Luckily, it's not necessarily a 1-game victory for, in a typical series where it's a best of 5. This is a 1-point victory. So this is something that Birdhas can overcome with just, a simple, win. And he's right back in the driver's seat.
Okay, so it looks like got to address something here. Okay, so he's choosing to be player 2 this time.
Okay.
So it looks like Birdhouse is going to be Sacramento.
Interesting to see who Green Magic goes with here. This is probably Birdhouse's
Washington
weakest
Bullets.
team. And Green Magic decides to use what's probably his weakest remaining team and just try and outmuscle the rest of the matchup as it progresses here.
All right. Hopefully the logos look good enough. They're not all symmetrical with one another. So I'll give them the green light. And you got the spreadsheet updated, I'm assuming.
Yes, everything's updated. So we got the 1 point advantage here for Green Magic.
I would say Green Magic has all the ammunition in his back pocket right now. And here we go.
He certainly does. He's got tier 1 teams left after this, and Washington can be pretty scary.
Weber tried calling timeout there. No, I'm just kidding. And Richmond with the jam. And so Birdhouse takes the lead there with the Kings. And we got to pause. I'm not sure what is up with that. Is that a DQ in the King of 94 rules?
Maybe, yeah. You just pause a game like that with that. I mean, it's tough to pause this game when the ball's out of play. There's not a lot of downtime in this.
Apparently, we had a little controller malfunction. That can happen.
Still looks like it's unconnected. He may have messed up his button binding with the unplug.
No. Here comes the verdict. He says he's good.
So both these games starting off with an early false start, really, as we now dive back into it.
Oh, so he reset it. I think that's fair. Okay. Here comes Green Magic. And Weber with the slam. We're tied at 2. Under 2 minutes here in the first quarter. Birdhouse with the long 2-pointer. Green Magic with Weber. And gets the 15-footer there.
Yeah, the fundamental elbow jumper is the most critical aspect of being a successful NBA Jam player.
Oh, and the long 3 there. Birdhouse up 7-4. Early here, a lot of back and forth. Just about everything going in right now. 7-6 in favor of Birdhouse as player 1 as the Sacramento Kings. And another 3 from Birdhouse. He lived and died on it in the first game.
And he's got the right player with Sacramento and Richmond to try and do the same thing here.
10-8 your score. Sticking with the 2-pointers right now. Bread and butter. And going for the 3. And a shove and a rebound. Weber doing work. And turned away by Birdhouse, who loses it now. Weber going to go for the dunk. He might be heating up. He is heating up. We're all tied at 10 here with 10 seconds remaining. Spud Webb ends the streak. And the 2-pointer does not fall. So Birdhouse goes into the second quarter with a 2-point lead.
Yeah, I feel like he's playing a bit more solid overall. He's feinting some of his 3-point shots to build some space where I feel Green Magic is a very deliberate approach right now, just purely using Weber to try and get into the lane and slam some dunks home. I'm surprised to not see him start to kick it out yet to his fellow Bullet players, Skiles and Chaney. Who are really good
Skiles sighting from the Magic to the Kings.
We'll see if Scott gets any shot selection out here, as Weber seems to be just hogging the ball right now.
The Skiles and Shaq connection in the original game.
What was it? Skiles could actually dunk in the arcade version?
I don't remember. Here comes Weber, and now he's back-to-back shots. So Green Magic taking the lead here. Richmond biding his time. And you got to be careful here. He does get the jam. You did not want to give up a potential on-fire situation there. Weber sticking bread and butter there and is rejected. Richmond to Simmons. Of course, Richmond wants to get the streak on. He has the original shot. Elbows, elbows, elbows. And right now just taking the points. Now Simmons, your scorer. Weber the other way. And he is taken down. Richmond just lets it go. And the 3 and a 5-point lead for Birdhas.
Yeah, you can start to see the explosive nature of the Kings offense if Richmond gets loose.
Weber knocked down. Giving it to Skiles, then back to Weber. Weber lets the shot go, and it's a 3-point game. And it looked like it was going in. Weber takes it out of the rim. We're under a minute remaining now. And Weber is rejected. I tell you right now, Birdhas is doing a tremendous job rejecting. And the Simmons jam, 5-point game. Turnover, Richmond has it. Now to Simmons, back to Richmond, who has knocked over Weber now. Will be 2 positions here, and now looks like Simmons going for the dunk. And nope, he does the back pass to Richmond. Going for 3, he is shoved. And Weber has it. He'll have the final shot probably of the half. And just under. And now we have a problem. Someone joined the game as player 3. They did not password protect this.
Yeah, we may have to just boot them out or get a password on this thing eventually. Can't be having that type of thing happening and affecting the connection between these 2 players.
Scott Skiles got absolutely wrecked that period.
And he never even touched the ball, so the only thing that touched him was another human being.
Was it consensual? My goodness. Oh. Chris Weber looks pissed off. Look at that profile pic.
Yeah, he's just, he's been doing all the work, and the Bullets are still behind. But this is really, again, the 3rd period. This is another instance where Green Magic really needs to make his hay, as this is a very weak Kings reserve lineup in the game right now.
36-inch tall Spud Webb with the ball, and taken down by Weber. And now Weber is heating up, trailing by 1, still is Green Magic. Webb has to be careful here. A goaltend is not what you want. Getting underneath. Nice job. And the jam. Perfectly played by Birdhas.
Yeah, beautiful patience there. Just getting in underneath the hoop. And then once he has those guys on the ground, the quick jam animation.
So Weber with another jam. Webb is now in the driver's seat. He wants to be the scorer here if he can. Taking his time. And now 10 seconds. Needs to get something moving here. And the ball stolen. Weber going to go back to back. He'll be heating up.
Yeah, just clear path right there. The Kings defense completely out of the picture. And again, another critical possession here for Birdhas.
And forces the issue with Webb, who can dunk. 25-24 takes the lead back from Green Magic, does Birdhas. And Cheney with the downtown shot. Now up by 2 is Green Magic. And needs to be careful, does Spud Webb. And now gets it up to Simmons. And instead of the jam, has finger roll, I guess, whatever you want to call that shot.
There's an appropriate jam there by Weber to make up for that finger roll by Simmons.
This is basically the Weber show right now for Green Magic, like you called.
It is. It's a little surprising. Again, Cheney and Skiles can nail 3s, and it's surprising to see Green Magic limit himself in this manner.
And I wish someone could tell us if there's a button to kick someone off. But here comes Weber. You can actually see just a little bit of the sluggishness take effect from that player 3 being in here. Cheney going from downtown at the buzzer, and he gets it. Clutch rating going off, 34-29. 5-point lead by Green Magic going into the 4th quarter.
Yeah, Green Magic doesn't care about that increased sluggishness from the connection as he nails that 3, takes advantage of the weaker Kings lineup, and now he's got to find a way just to finish this game off, and hold off a Richmond-inspired 3-point driven comeback.
See what the decision they made. I did inform them that someone joining the game. I don't know if Green Magic was aware of that. He is fairly new to this environment that we're using. He said he's seen some weird stuff. We'll just have to see this game out. And call me Fair F. I believe in magic. Welcome to the stream. Boo Rider. Kevin Cabarello, who was in this tournament, is in here, as is King Raff.
Yeah, a couple of jam enthusiasts taking it in here.
So Birdhas falling behind here in the fourth quarter seems to be kind of a reoccurring thing. I don't know if the physicality or the injury factor, or is it just a matter of Green Magic is dialing into what Birdhas is trying to do. And looks like that guy left the game finally.
Thank goodness. And I think it may be a little bit of all the things that you said. Is we've seen the adjustments now, and with Richmond being out of the game for that period, it really changed the course of things here.
Coming up on 2 minutes here, Weber looks a little sluggish.
I believe he's played all 4 quarters, so it's not surprised to see the injuries finally start to pile up for him.
Richmond. And he's not going to stack his on-fire ball there, but looks like Weber is still going to be the bread and butter here for Green Magic this quarter. Why shouldn't he? 40-33 up by 7. And I think you need to find a way to get a 3 in here soon.
Yeah, certainly. Got to find a way to try and shake off this tight defense from Green Magic and nail a 3, really.
And the rebound picked up by Spud Webb, but he is knocked over. Weber now throwing his elbows around. And now he's heating up and up by 9 points. This spells trouble here for Birdhas. And a player 3 joined again. Got to get a shove, a block, something. And you're going to have to start throwing in threes here soon. And that's exactly what he does. And now you're going to have to start chasing. Just wasting the time. And that is the game. Green Magic is able to stall and hold on to the lead. Wins 44-38. And I imagine we're going to try to rejoin with the emulator having a password. So that puts him in, +7?
Yes, +7 there for Green Magic after these last 2 wins. You know, I feel like Birdhas had a really good result there. Sacramento was his weakest team, and he kept it reasonable. So he's 7 points. It's nothing that he can overcome that, no problem, especially 3 games to play. Everything's on the table still.
I just wanted to mention here we do have Lucky Tool just hit the chat, and it's his idea that birthed all of this. So we tried it with with NHL 94 Genesis, then Super Nintendo. That was by far our most popular one, and now Jam, we were able to adapt it to that. So trying to get the new password from these guys. And give you guys that satisfying music, but I'm going to disconnect here and bring it back and try to get into the net play. So what I'll do here is I'll switch the scene to the other. All right, so let's see that just so people can see what teams are available yet, who they've used. Okay, I have the password. Looks like I'm still connecting to the old session.
Yeah, it's going to take a few moments to clear out, and then we should be able to get back in. This could probably be a minute or two. It takes a while to load the game up, actually, from the boot screen, as it loves to show you all the different licenses it acquired to provide the names and likenesses of these players, as well as the team logos. I gotta say, this is probably the more out of playing Super Nintendo Genesis, this is probably the version I preferred a little bit more. It's a little bit more balanced on the injuries, not just because they get reset, but also just on Genesis, if you get 10 injuries, your player's just completely minimized, whereas Super Nintendo, they're still somewhat playable. So that it just makes the game more enjoyable overall. And I think it's been exciting to see these games, even as the players rack up injuries. They're still very, very competitive, very entertaining to watch.
All right, so just waiting to hear from these guys as far as their matchup is concerned. But now you see what's going on as far as their team selection. Let's get it back to the... Look at these attractive commentators.
If we just had better lighting to show off our good looks, it would only enhance the product. I mean, look at that.
I think I actually have light bulbs disconnected behind me because, I mean, I already have some shadowing here. But it gets pretty bad down here, all these... We're not professional, ladies and gentlemen. If there's any ladies watching, you should stop immediately.
What? You're discouraging fans? No, stay. Please.
Whatever. Yeah, leave
Last
the ladies to the rest of you guys out there in chat.
This game's over. Just leave. Get out. Go watch something else. Go watch the news.
Okay, looks like we're going to have a Houston Rockets sighting here for Green Magic.
The Rockets, you said?
Yes.
Okay.
That's a nice fat logo.
Yeah, I love their classic logo. I don't know why they ever deviated from that. And Orlando for Birdhas. So we're going to see some serious firepower here.
Orlando Magic.
Bottom row to the left.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So this is actually the NBA Finals matchup from, what year was it, 94, 95?
Yeah,
it was 95.
It was 95, yeah, because that was the year that Jordan had been retired. He went 92. No, it was 94, wasn't it? They went 91. They went 91, 92, 93 on their championships, and then he retired.
I think the 94 was the Knicks, and 95, Jordan came back
You're
and
right.
they lost to the Magic.
You're right. You are 100% right. All right, I'm green lighting these guys. Let's see what they have to play with.
But despite all the firepower in this team, don't be surprised if you see a low-scoring game, as the Rockets are really good at protecting the rim, and the Magic are no pushovers themselves on the defensive end. But if anybody can push the pace, it's their team. They can have the offensive explosion here.
All right, here comes Hardaway. So Birdhouse being player one 3 times in a row. And Penny with Chris Rock cheering him on. Little Penny. And what's going on?
I don't know. It's a good question.
Are we having problems again? I hope not.
They look... it looks a little off, but we've said that before, only to be proven wrong.
Something feels weird.
Yeah. I mean, we may have desynced from them. They may be fine, and we may be off, but yeah, this doesn't look right.
Yeah, it looks like a desync. We're going to try to get these guys' attention. So we will try this again.
Tecmo in the chat. Good to see you, bud, coming in. Even though you're not in the finals, good to see you here for the finals.
So I will drop off and come back in. That's strange. They said their end was good.
Yeah, we may have just been the ones to have desynced in that situation. It happens occasionally. Yeah, it doesn't look like we connected in that instance either.
Yeah. Apologize, folks. This is technology. It's imperfect.
All right, there we go. Hopefully they didn't get too deep into their game, as we're going to have them restart from 0-0.
All right. Give these guys the green light again. Things happen, folks. But I do appreciate you hanging out with us. I'm Trojan1979 here with the Angry J93. It's been a while. We've been really overdue for some commentary of any kind. I mean, I'd commentate the grass growing if we had to.
Yeah, if it could be pretty exciting to see, the different types of grass and the rates they grow at, and the different types of water and seeding that is necessary to have them to grow at their best rate. But good thing we have jam instead. We don't have to go down that road.
We talk about cornrows down in Field of Dreams in Iowa.
Wasn't that game pretty exciting?
That was awesome. That was amazing.
Yeah, the way they came out of the field, they had Kevin Costner there. I don't know if you didn't see it by chance, anybody in the chat. And then just the game itself was, just one of those games where it hung in the balance the entire ninth inning. So this might be them testing the connection.
Nope, that looks like Horace Grant is just gonna rock and roll. Well, we're gonna find out here in a second. They're messaging me. Okay, so I think they were just agreeing that because of what the score was before everything happened, that there should have been the way the possessions were working. But I believe we're green light now with Grant. Game 3 here, Trojan with Angry J. Elijah Wan. See a lot of that this one.
Yeah, these teams are made to dunk, but there's that goal protection there by the Magic, as mentioned earlier. Both these teams can really defend the rack.
All right. Anthony Hardaway gets that to Grant, and he's heating up. Going to Robert Horry, who has a lot of NBA titles.
I think it's 7.
He's like the Charles Haley of NBA players.
Yes, just right time, right place, and also he made several contributions to help get those titles.
And a lot of rejection here. And Elijah Wan is heating up. Horace Grant in his goggles gets it to Hardaway and gets the bounce and the 3.
Yeah, it's easy to overlook that Penny Hardaway is actually a fantastic three-point shooter in this game, despite being rather mediocre in actual NBA play.
Kind of a cut short career. He was so elite, and then he had some knee problems, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, that's just the life of some of these NBA players. They come in so hot, and they fly so close to the sun that one little injury.
Rejected. Now we have Elijah Wan heating up. Grant. Last shot opportunity is going to put it home. 3 seconds remaining. Can they get a shot off? Elijah Wan. And hits the backboard. Nothing else. 11-0 your score. Birdhas, in Birdhas fashion, goes into the second quarter with a lead.
Yeah, he's been having these hot starts like you just pointed out. And I think this Orlando team is better built to maintain a lead throughout the course of the game, as they have 3 very strong players. They can easily compete with the Rockets and not have a lineup of death where they're just at a severe disadvantage.
See if Anderson has to try to hit any free throws that are in a critical moment.
Hopefully not. This could all fall apart very quickly for Green Magic.
Elijah drives it home, takes the lead, does. Green Magic, and to Grant, and hits it back. Anderson for 3, and he drains it. Takes the lead up by 2, Orlando over Houston here in the second quarter. Elijah Wan with elbows takes down 2 players and gets 2 points for his effort. We're all tied at 14.
Yeah, Olajuwon's a beast of a man in the paint once he gets down there. Grant can start to push him around a little bit, but even then, Olajuwon's a monster in this game.
And I see Punchliner mentioning it's 2-0 Green Magic. The record is irrelevant. This is all about the point differential. And he's up by 7 points between the 2 games, and so that deficit has to be made up by Birdhouse by the end of the series. And that goes in and out. But another chance here for the Magic. Anderson to Grant. Anderson lets it fly and gets 3 points. Up by 4.
Nice kick out by Grant, and surprising to see that Green Magic didn't pull that ball off the rim. He's usually so good at getting there immediately once it hits the rim.
This looks very similar to the Chris Webber attack. Just best dunker, muscle it in for 2 every time, and wear down the other player. And Elijah now gets the rebound, goes to Robert Horry, and the dunk. No, he puts it back to Elijah Wan. 2 elbows, and we're tied at 20.
Yeah, it's a great observation. I think Green Magic, he knows this team doesn't have the outside shooting that Washington had, and he didn't even use Washington's outside shooting. And he's trying to build some fire here to maybe, get some threes drained at that point. You see the goaltend there to
That's
mitigate.
Huge.
Because this keeps his fire chances alive. If he had let that ball just go in on its own, it would have nullified any fire.
Speaking of fire, he's on it. And now the steal. Lets it go and bounces out. And we're into halftime. 1-point lead for Birdhouse. But Green Magic is on fire, and that could be a major problem. Look at the stats here. Oh, that didn't last long.
One injury for Olajuwon, so you're going to see more of him. But we may see Olajuwon move over to player 2, because even if Olajuwon's just guarded on fire, his 3-pointers aren't automatic, whereas Thorpe or Horry would be automatic if they were even slightly guarded. So interesting to see Green Magic keep Olajuwon on player 1. And we'll see what he can do with the fire.
Anderson. Elbow time. Nope, he gets the ball taken away. Elijah now has it. And shove time. Going for 3. And he hits it and takes the lead up by 2 is Houston.
Yeah, nice patient approach there by Green Magic to eventually release that 3 in open territory.
Trying to get those elbows, trying to knock away Elijah. No go. Elijah has it. This could get ugly, hurry. And he airballs it, but he gets the ball back. Elijah from downtown. And drains the 3. Up by 5 is Green Magic. And that's not apparently a goaltend for some reason.
Yeah, when you're on fire, you can goaltend all you want. You can really get away with murder.
So now up by, I believe, 8 points. And you got to get the elbows underneath. And he gets it finally and puts an end to the onslaught. Nice run there by Green Magic. Turned the tide there. Finally took the lead and is up by, well, let this possession fly out here. All right, so he is up by 8.
Yeah, and that fire allows Green Magic now to reestablish his down low offense and just start pounding away with dunks again with Olajuwon.
Great time to take a 3, and no one really has any momentum there for the second shot. You don't really want to goaltend a 3 in that spot. And he makes it, but now 35-28. Hardaway for 3. And gets the lucky bounce. Now it's a 4-point game. Great job, Birdhouse. Elijah just continuing the steady pressure in a 6-point game here, 37-31. 10 seconds remaining. Hardaway for 3 and drains it. 3-point game. Elijah what will he do? And turned away. Now only a 3-point game. Birdhouse really did a good job mitigating the damage from being on fire by Green Magic.
He did do a great job there, and that last second block was also amazing, as that must have hit the rim, as there was no goaltend on that.
Yeah, we didn't hear the sound effect there.
Yeah, so that must have been just a goaltend attempt there by Birdhas, because he must be going on fire here pretty soon with Hardaway, which would be pretty big with his three-point ability. But to not have the goaltend there is just icing on the cake.
So up by 3, Green Magic takes the opening second half possession. This is game 3 out of 5. Green Magic went into this with a +7. I'm Trojan with Angry J. Trying to take you along for the ride. Both these players doing a tremendous job. Grant for 2, and it's a 3-point game. And Elijah underneath just clearing at will.
Yeah, Olajuwon just carrying the Rockets offense here to the promised land.
Grant for 2, and he gets it. A 3-point game now, 41-38 in favor of Green Magic. A turnover, Grant, and he gets the goaltend. Green Magic stopping that momentum, but it's a 1-point game. And now Elijah to Grant, Robert Horry rather. Horry elbows. Back to Elijah and he gets the 2. Hardaway avoiding the shoves. Grant running out of time and goes all the way in for the dunk, only trailing by 1 now is Birdhas.
Yeah, we saw Hardaway just get pushed over and over again there. Might be harder for him to hit threes as this game evolves.
Quick dunk by Elijah no chance to get shoved there. Up by 3 now is Green Magic. Back and forth, Grant with a tough shot, gets his own board. And goes back to Hardaway. And Grant finishes that one. Now trailing by 1 is Birdhas. Push on Robert Horry, double elbow shove, and a goaltend. Birdhas trying to get some momentum going here. Down by 3. Wants to get the ball to Grant if he can. Lets it go. Grant gets it back, going for the dunk. And he is heating up, beats the block attempt. Trailing by 1 is Birdhas. Green Magic trying to avoid the turnover. And this could be big. So does not take the shot there. One final shot by Elijah and a clock. That was strange. It's like a block and then a clock violation. And that's the game.
Yeah, unusual ending there as the timekeeper. That shot clock was a couple seconds behind the game clock, so I don't know how the violation came about.
So Green Magic now up by 8. And we got these 2 stud teams off the board.
Yeah, another small win here for Green Magic. Just death by 1,000 cuts is the attempt here, it seems, as he tries to finish off Birdhas in these last 2 games.
All right, we're going to get you a couple more teams in a moment here.
Yep, Green Magic with San Antonio and Golden State left. Birdhas with Charlotte and Portland remaining.
All right, so Green Magic is going to be player 2. We just continually see Green Magic. I don't think they've been player 1, player 2 of this arrangement the entire time.
That is correct.
Birdhas is going to be Charlotte.
Birdhas trying to make a statement in this game using his lone remaining Tier 1 team.
Just keep fighting, as they say. It's never over until it's over. He's been in every one of these games with every team he's used. Like, he's played really well.
Oh, certainly. He's made Green Magic very uncomfortable. His offense has been more predictable than usual from what I've seen. And you could just see the respect that Green Magic has for Birdhas after these 3 games. He's not doing any sort of crazy shenanigans to just try and outmaneuver him and out-experience him. He sees that Birdhas is a excellent player and treating him as such.
All right, we gave him the green light. Let's see the power of Rodman and Robinson against Mourning and Johnson. I mean, this is just going to be Shove City.
Shove City, Block City. There's if either team makes it to 10 points in this quarter, I will be surprised. I mean, the scores that we've had so far in these previous 3 games, they look like Princeton college basketball games where they just run around for 35 seconds and either shoot a layup or chuck a 3.
Rodman gets it to the Admiral. Worm loses it. Alonzo Mourning with the 360. windmill, whatever that is.
Double pump something or other. Yeah,
Had a pretty neat sound effect to it. I know you couldn't hear it, but
it was a little propeller type
yeah.
thing. Yeah, I've had many people dunk on me throughout the course of this tournament. I've heard all the sound effects.
Shove, dunk, and the give and go. Rodman now with the rainbow and takes the lead 4-2.
Rare mid-range jumper there by Rodman.
Really good movement there and turned away by the worm. Rodman not too fast, but really good defensively, and now he's on fire.
And now he can chuck his three with great aplomb, as he loved to shoot those from time to time.
Rejected by Robinson. Elbow City, nope. Tries to get it there, gets it, nope. One more. And a quick duck. Nice job by Birdhouse. Kills the on fire.
Excellent. Very patient, very heady, just using his space to great effect.
And Green Magic going with the bread and butter muscle and dunk there. Rodman seems to be his go-to right now. Johnson clearing out with the elbows, and now coming in was Morning. He is rejected. And now looks like Robin is heating up again. Now up by 6 goes Green Magic. Morning. And his turn away, frustrating all that defensive power there. Really well played. But the turnover. Oh, it looks like Robin's going to go on fire. No, he loses it. Time ticking away here. Lets it go. And goes into the second quarter. Green Magic up 10-4.
Yeah, San Antonio proving me wrong, getting to 10 points. Rodman just really lighting it up down low early on in the quarter, but Birdhas did make some adjustments. And man, Charlotte took a beating there. Johnson with 13 injuries. Morning with 6. Robinson with 7 of his own. So we're going to see an early lineup change here for Charlotte, bringing in Bogues.
One thing, he does have the speed, so he might be able to work that to his advantage a little bit. 3 points aren't terrible, but looks like Elliott's going to make into the lineup for Green Magic. Here we go.
Yeah, good time to get Elliott in with Johnson on the bench.
Rodman trying to get on fire here. And he is now 12-4. And this is really the first time I think the Green Magic has started the second quarter with the lead in this series. Game 4 here, Trojan with Angry J93. Robin's on fire. And give and go, going for 3. And bounces out. He gets his own rebound. Why not? He's the worm. That's what he does. And hits a 3.
Trying to go for that double-double here. And you can see, again, low-rated three-point players, even if left open, you have to really time the jumper well to hit the 3.
Getting the elbows. No, tries to go up. Morning is rejected. And is, I don't know if that was goaltending. Doesn't matter. He's on fire. He can do that. Rodman from downtown. And misses. So this is a critical possession here. And gets it slammed home. Alonzo Morning. Trailing by 9 points is Birdhouse in the second quarter. He has to find a way to get some turnovers and stop the onslaught and getting knocked over constantly. Turned away. Nice job, Morning, with a chance now. Bogues. And the dunk, now he's heating up, trailing by 7.
Big defensive possession here for Charlotte to try and get back into this game.
And unable to get the block there, so Rodman dunks it. Extends the lead, and right away is stripped. Robin's going to try to go for being on fire again. He is good now. He's heating up, so one more, he will be on fire. Elbows. Lets the shot go. And that is the end of the first half. And right now, Green Magic looks like he can do kind of whatever he wants.
Yeah, this is the first time where we've seen a great discrepancy in the score between these two players. Just Dennis Rodman, you may not, for the people that aren't familiar with this game, he's actually one of the highest rated players in this game. He's got speed, he's got power, he can protect the rim, he can dunk. He can really do it all. He's actually the more important contributor to the Spurs than than Robinson. And that's why we've seen Green Magic using Rodman so heavily, and why he's got the 11-point lead going into the third quarter here.
All right, so Birdhouse with the opening possession. He's gonna let it go and gets the 3, and that was huge.
Yeah, snuck it in there as Robinson acquired the hot streak of Rodman.
And a rebound opportunity here. Doesn't care so much about the streak, just wants points on the board. Now only trailing by 6. Nice job by Birdhouse.
Yeah, very nice job by Birdhouse. And if you're going to get fire with Charlotte, it's not really worthwhile with Bogues, as he's not a very good blocker. So the fire wouldn't last long even if he had it.
And gets the 3, so it's a 3-point game, just like that. You know, Birdhouse is, maybe you heard the commentary, and we weren't ripping on him, but it just seemed like he was not in a great matchup situation. He is a scrapper.
Yeah, he knows he has to answer the bell here, and we're seeing it. He's already doubled his point total from the first half and the first minute of this third quarter.
I hope we'll get a chance to meet him at a live Tecmo event, and we'll have to involve Jam somehow. But here we go. Johnson for 3. Larry Johnson's physicality came off the bench there, rested up. Push, 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 push. And Johnson forces a turnover. Here comes Bogues. Going to Johnson, going for the dunk, and is rejected again. These rejections are really piling up.
Yeah, these tier 1 teams with the good blocking centers, they can really just do what we just saw right there again. Protect the rim. Keep these games low scoring.
And a block by Bogues.
His first career block.
And turnover, or excuse me, scooped off the rim there by Johnson. Time taken away. I would have liked to see him wait another moment there and maybe let a 3 go. But going into the fourth quarter, man, this game is going by quickly. 21-18. Points are a premium. You were not kidding.
No, not at all. Yeah, like you said, points at a premium. These are very long offensive possessions because the great defense just stretches out that shot clock. And now we're going to see Birdhouse with his strongest lineup come out against Green Magic's strongest lineup. So strength against strength. No real advantage here in terms of player ability or injury sustained. So we should be in for an amazing fourth quarter here in this fourth game.
This is suddenly like flying by. I'm having a ton of fun. Hope you are too. Trojan with Angry J, and there goes. Rodman makes it a 5-point game, and Birdhouse needs to find a way to go off here. He needs to find a way to win this game, make up some ground, and make the other game a realistic situation, which is, I think, is going to be a Golden State mirror match.
I think Birdhouse has Portland left, so
oh my god, we have to look at the board.
Yeah, it should be a good matchup either way. I think now morning is heating up. So a huge possession here for Charlotte.
Blocked by Rodman, the MVP, seriously.
Yeah, he's amazing, and he's really bringing it home here for the Spurs.
And goaltending, but understandably so. Oh, Rodman with the steal. And now he's making a pay, but there is a block by Johnson. Going to morning. And now he's on fire, and Birdhouse needed this. What can he do with it?
Yeah, we'll see if he can maintain the appropriate distance once Green Magic gets down low here.
And for 3. And he's got it. This is where the ground can be made up. Can he play defense and get a couple threes for his effort here? Rodman taken away by Morning. Going for 3. And he's got it. Up by 5. The lead eroding away here.
Yeah, we start to see the tables turn here.
He got baited underneath the double elbow clear, and now it's back to... If he can find a way to close this out with some points and erode that lead, he doesn't want to give a possession the other way. And turnover, shot by Rodman, and it is... Well, this is huge for Birdhouse. He's made up 3 points now, so it's only 5 points in this final game. And
it's a good first step. We would have liked to have seen him get a bucket there on that last possession that he was waiting for, but Green Magic, as he had done so well over the course of that game, protected the rim, created the block, and nearly tied the game on his own, but just didn't have enough time to get one of his players into 3-point range. As both Rodman and Robinson, very poor 3-point shooters. So we have ourselves a real shot here in Game 5. You could go either way.
Well, I'm going to flip it over here. I wanted to show. I think Birdhouse is a little confused, but hey, there you are.
Yes, I am.
Back to the. All right, let's get Golden State on here. The Warriors. And guys, if I didn't have Angry J, I'd be lost right now because I am not a jam connoisseur, as it were. I'm a casual core, as they say. But I hope this last game is as entertaining as the first one. Because this has exceeded all expectations already for me.
I think it will be very exciting because the Blazers, Terry Porter can shoot. Robinson can shove people left and right. He can dominate the rim. And Drexler's kind of that guy who can fly high, but he's a little lackluster in all the other stats. Whereas Golden State, Gugliotta and Sprewell, they can block, they can shoot, they can muscle up. It just depends on what Ronnie Cycli can contribute over his 2 quarters of play. Will he be able to run with the Blazers, or will the Blazers find the 5 points that they need to get back into this thing? We may have a Game 6. I don't know what happens if they tie.
Okay. And by the way, I believe that it's +5, right?
Yes, +5.
All right, they just wanted to know privately. I thought Green Magic wanted to be player 1. I guess not. I guess they're just going with it. All right, so Gugliotta for 3. That's a good start.
Yeah, both these players for the Warriors can just rifle those threes if they're wide open.
Nice jam right off the bat. And lets it go.
This is the first time we've really seen Green Magic deviate from going after the rim. He's been 2 threes in his first 2 possessions here so far.
Drexler. Elbows underneath and gets the jam.
Yeah, nice job there by Birdhas. He's got to stay in this game here in the first couple quarters, though, because Green Magic might go into a really slow-paced game over the 3rd and 4th quarter if he has an extended lead.
Gugliotta. A lot of shoving going on the outside. He lets it go. And 3. 17-6. Green Magic taking a commanding lead. Here comes Drexler.
And I think this has all been Gugliotta's making on the offensive end. You can just see his versatility in scoring points so far.
Robinson puts an end to that streak. And back to Gugliotta for 3. And another one. My goodness. 10-point lead here for Green Magic.
Yeah, nice ball movement there by Green Magic, baiting Birdhas over to the corner and then turning it back over to Gugliotta for the open 3 on the wing.
And unbelievable. Now up by 13, Green Magic. Well, that shot did not fall for Birdhouse. He's going to have to find a way to get a body on Gugliotta.
Absolutely. I mean, just dead-eye precision by Green Magic with Gugliotta finding what seemed to be a hot spot for him. I don't know if that is a hot spot or not, but Green Magic had 27 points last game. He has 23 in the first quarter. That's the type of start you want in a decisive Game 5.
All right. So I was just confirming there with the guys that they were controlling the right team. That would have been really strange, especially we saw all the 3-point shots in Green Magic. If that was Birdhouse, we'd have to reset the game. But they are controlling the correct team.
Yeah, and that's a reasonable question because we've seen Birdhas shooting the threes and Green Magic going with the dunks for the majority of these 4 games.
And they are conversing with me here. All right, gave him the green light. And here we go. Quarter 2. Gugliotta, why not? Oh, he misses it for the first time. Terry Porter gets shoved. Gugliotta now elbowing and misses a dunk. That looked like you.
All of a sudden, Gugliotta just looking human here, but now he's on fire after the third chance there.
Porter, underneath the rim, gets shoved. Cycly, Gugliotta. And a quick shot and rejected. Trying to get to Gugliotta for the 3. Green Magic taking his time. He's going to let it go. And there's the 3, and it's starting to get away now.
Yeah, certainly getting away. And you can see the patience by Green Magic. It wasn't just trying to take time off the clock. He was also watching Porter's turbo meter and waited until his turbo was so low that he could not shove any longer.
And another 3 for Gugliotta, now up 21 points. And another 3. And this is the quintessential spot you do not want to get caught in any jam game. And another turnover. Gugliotta is going to go down, and he's pushed and gets it down. And a quick 2-pointer. 26-point lead here. Green Magic finally busting loose here in the final game.
Yeah, busting loose, and now is finally his fire evaporates, giving Birdhas a chance to attack the rim.
Finally gets a shot in, but not before all that damage from Green Magic. Gugliotta, why not? And a 3-point goaltend. And a 30-point deficit here going into halftime.
Yeah, definitely not a place Birdhas wants to be. He's going to have to chase Green Magic at all areas of the court to try and create steals. He's going to have to goaltend like we just saw at the last play there to maintain any fire chances he can hope to have. If Green Magic continues to go for threes, Birdhas has to goaltend. That's the only way he's going to get back in this game. He has to give up 6 points to try and get fire to get back into it. It's a really unusual situation to be in.
All right, so Porter has it. And time matters, like in a big way. And underneath, Sprewell can't even get the dunk, man. This is what happens if you don't have all the shots you need. Having Golden State, a top-tier team, at the end of all things here. And another 3, so the lead continues to extend, and there's a steal. And a Sprewell 3-pointer. It's heating up now.
Offensive explosion here by the Warriors. They're just the more advanced offensive team here. They can dunk, they can shoot the threes that we've seen several times so far in this game, and Green Magic taking full advantage of it.
Finally, a quick dunk puts an end to that streak. 16 points for Birdhas, and just no answer for the 3 right now. It's pretty well hitting it now. 51-16. And if this doesn't end up in Birdhas's favor, just know that we are more than impressed with his play here in this series.
Agreed. The 4 games that we saw before was just a clinic in how to play against a top-tier player and give yourself every chance to try and take this thing down. It's just 1 bad game out of 5 is all that we really saw here.
This feels like the Houston Oilers against the Packers in Tecmo Super Bowl. It's just not. Or the Winnipeg Jets against the Ducks.
Yeah, and the scary thing is this is considered a same-tier matchup, but I think as this tournament has evolved, we've seen probably Golden State step up and Portland step down in terms of their tiers. This Portland, I think we could see it pretty clear here that without perfect play, that they're just a little bit undermanned here.
So there's a 3. It'll help a little bit, but time becoming a major factor now. And, of course, Cycly just buying some time, going for a dunk. Does finish it off there. 1 second, 1 quick shot. And this will be a tall task to ask for anyone, but down by 36 points. into the fourth quarter. Green Magic is rolling and just needs to waste time and finish this game out. This game 5. I'm Trojan with Angry J93. Let you know what's on the line. We have over $150 plus free entry to the next Edge of 94 Wisconsin event to be determined as far as when, where, and how. And then the Full Nelson Tecmo event happening in Green Bay, Wisconsin, September the 25th. Free entry to that. So that's $80 in free entry value, as well as the $150 plus dollars.
Yeah, not a bad tournament to win.
I think it was $157.50 if we did the math before. I'll have to double check that, but
I think you're right. I think it was 315 divided by 2, which is 157.50.
Of course, that $157.50 is further divided by 2, half going to each one of the tournament's payouts. But
Yeah,
we do have the distinction of saying we ran the first ever Jam Hustler tournament.
Yeah, I think, certainly this is some of the first Hustler tournaments that have been run aside from Tecmo. I mean, the 94 ones that we had for both systems were very successful, a lot of fun. And, this one was a little bit longer, took some time, but I think it's been a lot of fun for the people involved in it and who have been playing on a regular basis.
So this won't be an immediate thing, but we are going to investigate incorporating the arcade versions now that people kind of got their connections figured out. Trying to go with something that's arcade-based instead of the consoleized emulation. Let's see if we can incorporate that where we actually have the scaling of the players. And at this point here now, it is just simply a formality here. Green Magic will be your champion of the NBA Jam Hustler. Go ahead and give him your GGs in chat there as we're under 24 seconds. Insurmountable lead. Here comes Clyde Drexler, lets it fly, and he gets 3. And that is your final 67-35. Congratulations to Green Magic. Great job, Birdhas. And now you're both set up to play NHL 94. I think that's really the next step. You already have the emulator. Let's try to rope you guys into some ice hockey.
Certainly would love to see these guys cross over into other games now that they clearly have the tools in which to play with. I mean, and had great success so far in this tournament. Congratulations to Green Magic for winning this whole thing. Just an impressive performance here at the end to really cap off a wonderful tournament on his part. Just, very few people competed with him, but Birdhas was one of those people that competed with him very closely, as we saw over the course of those first 4 games. There's only a 5-point differential. It could have really went either way in any of those 4 games as well, as they were all very close, but in the end, Green Magic just too much there.
Well, I'm going to see if we can't get an interview with these guys. Just sent them a link here. Hey, look at that.
Yeah, just
let's
keep it.
You got the final score in there. What are we? 32 in that last game. So 37 differential in the end, but I mean, what a tremendous. Oh, we got someone trying to get in here. And I'm just going to go ahead and mute the game audio here. Maybe we have it down real low. Birdhas, can you hear us? Birdhas.
You may want to check your microphone in Discord to see if it has the correct setting, or it's pulling the correct device.
Well, we've got, looks like we got Green Magic here.
This is Birdhas. Can you hear me now?
Birdhas, yes, we got Birdhas. All right, if you guys are using your speakers, it's going to feed back in. Let's make sure you lower the volumes there on your speakers. But I'm here with the winner and the runner-up, Birdhas UWL and Joseph Riederweed Moore. Also known as Green Magic, who is your quintessential Jam Pro that was a big inspiration for why I ran this tournament. I wanted to find a way to get you involved in online things with this community and DPS, also a tremendous online guy and local guy for Jam, was not in this matchup. But thanks, guys, for being part of this. You guys gave us a hell of a series until that last game, and it just seemed like Gugliotta couldn't be stopped.
No kidding.
So if you guys have any questions in chat, fire them off now. We'll go ahead and make sure someone sees it. Going into that last matchup, Green Magic, can you hear me, by the way? We see your lips moving, but we no longer hear you.
So Troy, this is Birdhas.
Yes.
I mean, the difference was he was able to drive into the lane and throw the elbows, and I couldn't shove him. But if I tried the same, he was able to shove my ball handler. So I was able to only stay close by making threes. But, you know, he had that technique down much better than I did.
So I have to ask you, Birdhouse, so you're sort of an unknown, and I know that the Jam community isn't necessarily established like a Tecmo 94 community is, but there's always been some knowns with the tournaments that have taken place, and some of the names I mentioned before, Kevin Cabarello is another guy that in live play is tremendous, and he actually won, I believe he won Tecmo Jam Cleveland back in 2019 for the singles. Where did you get your time in? How did you develop your game, and who have you played against? And maybe did you find yourself along the way in this tournament?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't played NBA Jam since 2005, probably. Aside from maybe, you know, playing at a live Tecmo tournament in Madison once or twice, but no actual tournaments or anything like that. And really, I mean, when I used to play, it was mainly just against the computer. So I got blown out by DPS in my first practice game, and then through the tournament, I got better and better. And yeah, I don't know. A lot of luck probably too.
Well, the tournament was like 3 years long, so you had plenty of chance to do that. Twisters, yes, we would like to interview the winner, but his microphone was not functioning. Are you able to talk?
Can you hear me now?
Ah, we can hear you. Yes.
All right.
So
We established that.
all right. So Green Magic, coming into this, you had a substantial point lead going into the final series, where you had just decimated everyone in that semifinal round. Were you concerned about having enough ammunition going into that?
You saw AJ's hands go up. He actually beat me. So I mean.
But I mean, like the total point diff.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. Give Angry Jay his moment. All right. He earned it. He's been contributing a lot.
Well, I was like, you know, as the strategy of the tournament, obviously you want to save your best teams for last, and I was trying to do that, but it got to the point where I wasn't really distancing myself from the pack, so I had to bust out one of my favorite teams, the Nets, and that's when I was able to kind of get a lead on the group. And after that, I was able to focus on the 5 teams that I wanted to hold on to for the finals, and this was the 5 teams. So, yeah, once I distanced myself, I was very relieved that, you know, I was going to make the finals because it goes from 8 to 2.
Any questions from Angry Jay?
Yeah, so I found your strategy rather interesting, Green Magic, through the first 4 games, and then you just completely shifted gears in Game 5, where it felt like you were focusing on your offense on one player, attacking the rim the entire time, not really kicking out to your 3-point shooters, and then all of a sudden, Game 5, you do something completely different. Was that part of the plan, or did that just kind of happen naturally?
Well, that happened naturally because every single match, Birdhouse either chose player 1 or I chose player 2. So he chose the team for each matchup. So it was kind of random that Golden State was my last team. But they just happened to be the team that was a really good 3-point shooting team. And I when I was looking at the 5 teams he had left and the 5 teams I had left, I was like, all right, when he's Portland, I want to be Golden State. I think that'll be a good counter. And so that was kind of random, but yeah, I kind of had a repetitive. Hope it wasn't too boring. I kind of had a repetitive strategy. I was really focused on making sure I had a team that could counter his strengths. So even if I didn't like get a big lead in any of those first 4 games, I was all right with that. I just didn't want to like lose control of the series, and so that's why I was slow and steady type of thing for the first 4.
So, Birdhas, what was your favorite thing about the tournament, the format? Pick something that that you enjoyed.
Oh, just playing NBA Jam again. I mean, it's a great game. So always enjoyed the games. And yeah, guys were always willing to help to get started out because I had no idea what I was doing to even sign into RetroArch or whatever it's called.
A little more maneuvering in that product, but once you get it dialed in, it's pretty special. Like what we use in the technical community, we can't do a live, like how like I was able to join your game and do this whole spectating process. Allows for an actual live championship through a third party as opposed to you having to do it after the fact. So, kick it back to Green Magic. What was your favorite thing about the tournament?
I guess just playing jam games that mattered again, getting those competitive juices going. But I mean, I guess if I can take 2, it's seeing other people take their jam game to the next level. AJ beat me the last round. The round before that, I think I beat him by 2. Birdhouse obviously had a great run. The Riddler put a good effort together. So it was really kind of fun to now if we do another jam tournament, there's a good handful of guys that know that they can play, know that they can make a run. So that was kind of like a dream come true for me because I never really thought that I'd be playing jam online. I know you can do just about anything these days, but there's some games that have such a big following that there's online stuff all the time. And I was just kind of waiting for jam to catch up. So I guess that was my favorite thing, was just seeing jam kind of get the spotlight.
Well, thank you both for sticking it out. I know it was a long tournament, but congratulations to Green Magic. You'll get free entry to 2 tournaments and some cash coming your way. We'll take care of that after the broadcast here. Thanks to Angry Jay for helping with the broadcast. As always, every time we do something, it's tremendous. And a huge thanks to everyone who played in the tournament at all and watched the stream. Thanks to Thule for the idea that you started probably 6+ months ago in the Tecmo land, and we started adopting that into this 94 community. And this was a cross-community tournament, and I other than maybe just its duration, I'm very happy with how it turned it out here in the end. So thank you, everyone. I'm going to sign out, and until the next tournament, next broadcast, I'm Trojan. Thanking everyone. Have a good night.
Thanks, everyone, for watching.
Congrats, Green Magic.
Thanks, buddy. Congrats for the good run.
All right. We're out in 3, 2, 1. Peace.